OK, so what's the difference between Botox and fillers, then? When should you be having Botox, when should you be having fillers? And should you be having it at all?
Well, I think the statistics speak for themselves. Botox is the most common cosmetic procedure in the world, followed by dermal fillers, which is number 2. You know, tens of millions of these procedures are done every year. So I think and that would not be the case if they didn't enjoy such a high satisfaction amongst the patients. So something that people do get confused about is the difference between Botox and fillers. So if we take our lovely model, Inga, here.
Well done, Inga.
If we just concentrate on her forehead here, and we can just get her to frown for us, perhaps, into the camera.
So those mid-lines
So these lines here, and now we just get her to raise her eyebrows up. So these are expression lines, and what happens is over a period of time, they become more etched into the face. This is an ideal indication for Botox. And I'll just demonstrate a treatment here so you can see what Botox looks like.
You're about to do this now, are you?
Absolutely. All right. So we've cleaned her up before. We've marked out these areas. I'm just going to do one little area here so you can see.
OK, talk me through this, Inga. What is that feeling like?
I really can't feel anything. Just someone's touching my forehead.
Does it not sting?
That's it.
No.
That's it. I mean, of course, we do many more. So all I've done is I've just given her a little injection in one part of her forehead. And in the interest of time, what I would normally do is treat the rest of her forehead and her frown complex as well. And what this would do, people worry about things like the frozen look and so forth. But that's really down to the practitioner. You can put much less quantity of product in, which will retain the natural expression, so people can look just like they normally look, maintain some expression, but these lines just get a little bit blunted.
And how long will that last?
Typically between 3 and 6 months, but for most people about 4.
What should it cost?
It's going to vary throughout the country, but typically for treating the frown, the forehead, the eyes, somewhere between £250 and £500.
OK, what about fillers then?
Now, fillers. This is slightly different now, and fillers can be used to plump up the lips. They can be used, but primarily, if we look at Inga again, she looks absolutely fantastic. And the idea is not to change her or make her look dramatically different, but at times we are aware that we can lose a bit of volume. It can happen from the lower face, it can happen from the mid-face, under the eye, and then fillers can be used to plump up those areas where we've lost a little bit of that volume.
They just look all a bit pillowy. I think you can spot someone who's got fillers in their face.
So, Holly, here's the thing. You know, in the same way we said about Botox, you can get people who are overly frozen and so forth. That's down to the practitioner perhaps putting a bit too much in. The same issue people have with fillers. This is the commonest thing we hear. I don't want a trout pout, I don't want a pillow face, I don't want to look puffy. It's down to who's treating you, but more importantly, what product they're using and how much they're putting in. So back in the day, you know, people were using probably a lot more product, but in areas that perhaps didn't require it. So we can be quite artistic with this, and we can use the product to sculpt.
OK,
so
let's have a look.
Just do one little bit
we'll
there,
just
because
do
then...
one little bit here.
That's a bigger needle.
What does
Slightly
that feel
bigger.
like? You felt that, I know you did.
You feeling that?
Yes, you are. What does it feel like?
Well, let us see.
No, not really.
You did? You couldn't speak?
No, honestly, I was waiting for something.
The reality is, most people...
It does not hurt,
will,
no.
You know, if somebody's a little bit pain sensitive, we can always give them a little bit of numbing cream if they require it, a little bit of ice, but they're well-tolerated procedures.
In our final minute, because we've only got a minute, unfortunately, if you don't want to go down that route, and if I hear you whimper, I'm coming straight back to you. If you don't want to go down that route, there are products that you can buy that have the correct ingredients in them. We've only got about 45 seconds.
45 seconds. So in 45 seconds, the quickest spiel. The first thing to do is make sure that before you go to treatments, sort out the basics, adequate hydration in terms of fluid intake, nutrition, healthy lifestyle. But when we're talking about skincare, if I really wanted to simplify, I tell my patients there's so many products out there, so keep it simple. Think of it like a sandwich. On one side, you've got one slice of bread is your wash that you use to remove your makeup and the dirt on the face. The other side is sunblock that you need to protect you from UV radiation. In between are all the active ingredients you need. So I've got Bev here. I'm just going to demonstrate something. So let's just say we give her a little bit of cream there. What a lot of people will do is take that cream, put it into the palm of their hands, and then just rub it in, and you lose a lot of that expensive product into the hands. What you'll notice she did is she took the product from her hands, dab it on, and rub it in.
And key ingredients you're looking for is vitamin A, antioxidants, they contain things like vitamin C, and alpha hydroxy acid, which is an exfoliant to help brighten skin also. So all of those key ingredients you look on the back will also help.
What we'll do is we'll put a list of those ingredients on our website, so if you don't want to go down that route, then at least you know the right products with the right ingredients, and you can go down this route. You look amazing.
Yeah, you do, you do. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much indeed.